Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I am Adriene, and today we have a yummy practice for you, a yoga for strength and focus. This is a strong practice that balances the body, asks you to ground down, but also find stretch and lengthen. This is great if you're going back to school, if you're starting a new job, or you're just needing to calm your crazy monkey mind. This is a fun practice. So let's get into our bare feet, yay, and hop on the mat for yoga for strength and focus. All right, my friends, so we're going to begin today in a cross-legged position. I'm sitting on a little blanket here, a little towel. You can too if you like, because we're going to start our practice with a little pranayama. Often it's hard to just even get settled in, so don't be so hard on yourself if you're feeling distracted, if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I have time for this video. Let's just get started and you'll see what you have time for. You might surprise yourself and make the time so that you can benefit from the nutrients of your practice and focus in on whatever it is you need to do next. Okay, so we can come cross-legged here, or I'm gonna come into a little siddhasana, just one leg in front of the other. Whatever feels best as you sit up nice and tall. And take a second to inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears, take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, glide the shoulder blades down the back. Two more just like that. We inhale, lift the shoulders, shrug them up towards the ears, squeeze, 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 and exhale, tagging a little bit of weight in the elbows. And one more time, we inhale, reach up, and maybe circling the shoulders forward, up and back this time as we open up through the chest and begin to notice your breath. So again, just take a moment to get settled in. We're going to start with nadi shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, which if you're like, say, what? We do have a video for that. It breaks it down, and you can grow that practice and how to do nadi shodhana on its own. Maybe now, maybe pause this video and do it now, or another time. I'll walk you through it now, though, as we take the right palm out in front. We're going to bring the 3 middle fingers in today. So we're kind of doing a hang loose, which you might consider. So if you're feeling stressed out, or you have a lot going on, maybe you're starting the school year or you're starting a new job, just remember this, a little goes a long way. This moment's going to pay off. So stick with your breath as we bring the thumb to the right nostril. Now here I'm going to take a deep breath in through the left nostril. Then after that inhale, I'm going to plug it with the pinky. You can also use the ring finger here, either one. And then exhale out through the right nostril. Inhale in through the right nostril. Then we seal it with the right thumb and exhale out through the left. Alternate nostril breathing, couple moments here. If you're new to this, again, we have a video where you can check it out. Pranayama series. Otherwise, you're basically inhaling in through a nostril, sealing it, switching to the alternate nostril as you exhale, and then inhaling in through that same nostril. This can be a little confusing at first, a little yoga for the brain right away, sharpening the brain. But essentially, each time you inhale, you're switching and sealing. So even if you get off a little bit, my friends, keep it going a couple more times here. And if you want to go ahead and drop it all together, if you're too in your head, or you just are new to the practice, then just take a couple nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Extending the inhalation and extending the exhale so they're really nice and long. And if you're still doing alternate nostril, go ahead and even it out. And then together we'll release the hands, palms face up as we take a deep breath in through the nose, open the eyes. And exhale out through the mouth. Great, clap the palms together, Jai. Up overhead, we inhale, reach it up. Stretching through the side body. Now we're gonna interlace the fingertips, and just with knuckles here, we're gonna just take a couple moments side to side. Keep it calm. Stretching out the side body, so if you've been working at a computer or you've just been on the couch, summertime, whatever you're transitioning out of, take a second here to lift your heart and stretch your sides. Nice organic movement, left to right. Keep the heart lifted. The heart's gonna wanna collapse here, so sit up nice and tall. Again, it helps if you're sitting up on a little blankie or block towel here. Not block towel, but block or towel. And then the arms begin to get a little bit tired, but we take 2 more breaths here. We got this. And then we slowly rain it down. Awesome, my friends. Now take your palms, stretch them, spread them wide like starfish here, and dive forward onto all fours. Go ahead and move that blankie or that towel to the side. And we'll just take a second here to warm up the spine, flowing with the breath, cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, shoulders draw away from the ears. We press away from the earth as you open your heart. Take a second here to check in with the neck. Deep breath in. And exhale, curling the tailbone under. Arching the back like a black Halloween cat here. Again, press away from the earth. On your next breath in, inhale, scoop the belly, heart shines forward, deep breath in. And exhale, checking in with the spine, stretching the skin of the back, pressing away from your yoga mat. And one more time, inhale, scooping the belly, heart shines forward. Press into all 10 knuckles here, really press into the tops of the feet strong. Extend through the crown of the head. And on an exhale, start at the tailbone, travel up through the spine. Again, press away from your yoga mat. It's like step away from the vehicle. Then we'll inhale, come back to tabletop position. Walk the palms forward, curl the toes under, and nice and slow, keep the knees bent. We'll lift the tail up to our first downward dog together. Pedal the feet, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Remember, a little goes a long way, so don't decide where it ends. If you're busy or you're back to school, chances are you're like, oh, I don't know if I really have time for this. But I encourage you, invite you, if you can, to make time. This is gonna save you time in the long run, I believe. Taking this time for your body and the mind to connect. Fresh blood, fresh oxygen, good for the brain as we press into all 10 knuckles here for one more deep breath in. And then a long exhale out through the mouth. Downward facing dog. Now we'll bend the knees generously and we're gonna walk it up towards the front edge. So go for a nice slow walk here. You might even cross the ankles one in front of the other, checking with the feet, eventually coming up onto the fingertips and situating yourself at the front of your mat in a nice juicy forward fold. Bend the knees as generously as you need to and relax the weight of the head over. Clasp the elbows if that feels good, finding that stretch in the lower back. And we breathe. Couple more breaths here. Make sure if you're looking at the video here, go ahead and take a second to really let the crown of the head drop down. We're pressing into all 4 corners of the feet, checking in with the legs. Again, taking this moment for ourselves, connecting mind, body, and heart or spirit. Again, this is going to save us time, I think, in the long run by taking this time to nurture the body, focus the mind, and let go of any unnecessary anxiety, tension, stress in the body. One more breath here. And then on an exhale, we'll release the fingertips, press into the foundation. Sorry, my eyes closed, I was getting a little zenned out. Press into the foundation or press into all four corners of the feet. Fingertips can touch the tops of the legs here as you slowly roll it up into mountain. Nice and mindful in the feet. You can peek at the video here, but just trust yourself. We're rolling up to stand up nice and tall. And when you arrive, we have a moment of freestyle here where you can loop the shoulders, maybe draw a couple circles with the nose, pin your hair back, fix your drawstring, whatever you need to do. And then we bring it back home. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, stand up nice and tall. And exhale, drawing the shoulder blades down the backside. Great, on your next breath in, spread those palms wide again and inhale, reach it all the way up, biceps by the ears. Deep breath in here, volcano pose, exhale, press into all four corners of the feet. Inhale, maybe tops of the thighs spiral in as you lengthen the tailbone down. And exhale out. If you're feeling tight in the shoulders here, go ahead and widen your hands, palms facing each other like you're holding a big beach ball or something up over your head. One more breath here. And exhale out through the mouth. Great, inhale, carve a line with your nose, look up. Once again, we clap the palms together here, Jai Namaste. And exhale down through the midline, bend your knees. Great, inhale, lift to flat back. So fingertips can be on the mat, palms on the shins or palms on the thighs as we loop the shoulders and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and release. Great, fingertips to the mat now as we step or hop it back to plank. Don't panic. Stepping it back to plank, palms come to the earth. We take a couple seconds here to bend the knees and pedal it out. So it's not just about this push-up position as much as it is also about connecting and focusing in on the task at hand. No yoga robots here, but finding a little movement. So pedal the feet, bend your knees, press away from the earth. We'll take one more breath in here, broaden through the shoulder blades. You got this. Then we'll come to a full plank here, or you can lower the knees so we can be here at half push-up or at full push-up here. As you inhale, if you're in full push-up, send your gaze forward onto the tiptoes, and if you're in half push-up, hug the elbows into the side body and look forward wherever you are. Chaturanga practice. As we inhale in, exhale, slowly lower down. Go ahead and lower all the way down to your belly. Palms come under the shoulders. We press into the tops of the feet and inhale. Soft focus down as we lift up, baby cobra. Stay here. Check in with the neck. Press into your pubic bone, tops of the feet again, pressing into your yoga mat. You might find a little sway if this feels good. And once you get the hang of it, you can bring your focus off the video and just down in front, maybe just past your nose. Focusing in on the breath here. Pulling the elbows back. Great, then we'll come to center stillness. If you're moving, inhale, inflate, maybe grow a little taller. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, press up through that plank or that half push-up, either one. Then when you're ready, navel to spine, we send it back. Downward facing dog, pedal it out. Deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Walk the two big toes together, keep the palms where they are. We'll drop the left heel, slide the right leg up, three-legged dog. Take a deep breath in, maybe rotate that right ankle one way then the other. Then we'll bend the right knee, hug it all the way up in towards your heart as you shift your weight forward, gaze looks forward. Deep breath in here. Then on an exhale, we'll step the right foot up into our lunge. And you have an option here of lowering that left knee down. In fact, everyone go ahead and lower your left knee down here at first. Yes. Stacking front knee over front ankle, we take a second here to work it out. In runner's lunge or low lunge, when you're ready, you can lift that back knee. Peeling the right hip crease back, making sure you have a nice wide stance perhaps. Then everyone check in with the upper back body. If you're feeling kind of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle here. Don't know if I want to give that new movie a plug. It's not very yogic, but yes it is because it's honest. Okay, I saw it in LA and it was kind of sad. Anyway, looping the shoulders. Let's get rid of this turtle shell here as my point. As we loop the shoulders, inhale, shine your heart forward. Check in with the neck. Keep focusing in on the breath. Take a deep breath in. Hug the inner thighs together, navel to spine as we plant the palms and send it back to plank or half plank. Deep breath in, chaturanga or chaturanga practice. This time we'll inhale, lift up to cobra, or you can chaturanga to upward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale, navel comes to the spine and we send it back up, downward facing dog. Bring the two big toes together, ground down through the right heel. And when you're ready, inhale, slide the left leg up. Level the hips, rotate that ankle if it feels good, one way and then the other. Then we'll bend that left knee, hug it up in towards your heart. We're stretching through that right foot, so really spike that right heel towards the back as you hug that left knee and look forward. And on an exhale, step it up into your lunge. Again, let's everyone lower that back knee just for starters, just to give us a little space. And we stretch it out. So everyone's going to be different here, depending on what you've been up to, what might be in healing. Maybe another workout, something you did previously this week. Everyone's just like, nope, didn't do anything. Just kidding. So everyone's going to be a little different. So we can kind of just let go of what it's supposed to be like and finally drop into what it is like, noticing the sensations, stacking front knee over front ankle, and maybe lift that back leg, maybe not. Maybe you save that for another day. Loop the shoulders, soften your turtle shell as you inhale, look forward, deep breath in. And exhale, once again, plant the palms. We step it to plank or half plank. We always have options here. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale in, lower down to your belly, then cobra or chaturanga practice, or chaturanga. Choose your own vinyasa. Together we'll meet back downward facing dog. When you arrive, take a deep breath in through the nose and a long exhale out through the mouth as you drop down through your heels. Doesn't matter if the heels are here, 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 or here. Just be in the moment with your breath. Great. When you're ready, bend the knees generously, step, hop, or float the feet up towards the front edge of your mat. Make adjustments if you need to. Uttanasana, we grab the elbows in and we stretch the lower back. Bend your knees. Great. When you feel satisfied, release the arms and inhale, halfway lift. Long, beautiful neck here. Exhale, soften and bow. Once again, we'll roll up just like a rag doll, tucking the chin into the chest. Fingertips can touch the tops of the legs here as we slowly connect to sensation. And roll back up to mountain. Great. Right away, inhale, reaching the fingertips up to volcano. Deep breath in. Extension through the crown. Remember that space, that length in the side body. So you can think of it as a maybe whooshing, like an upward current of energy in the front body. I've talked about it as like Marilyn Monroe's skirt blowing up in the air, which I realize that image does not work for everyone, and that's fine. But rushing up through the front body to kind of lift through the front body. And then the back body has the opposite, the cascading down. So we're lengthening, tailbone down, tucking the pelvis. You can find that inner spiral, the tops of the thighs that we've talked about before as well in the foundations of yoga. And we fill 3 breaths here. The arms might begin to get a little bit tired. We'll extend through the crown of the head, drop the shoulders down. Again, if you feel tight in the space between the ears and the shoulders, go ahead and widen the palms. After your 3rd breath, draw a line with the nose, look up, palms clap together, jai. And we come all the way down, back through the midline. Forward fold. Great, inhale, halfway lift, mix and match, choose your own adventure here. So you can be here, here, here. And on an exhale, follow your breath as you slide it down. Great, plant the palms, step or hop it back to plank. Don't panic, hang in there. Again, you can pedal the feet here, or if you'd like a little more strengthening in the core, we're gonna draw the right knee up towards the heart, and then switch, nice and slow, then left knee. So a variation would be to touch knee to earth, going back and forth. Make sure those wrists are underneath the shoulders, so we can be here, pressing up and out of the earth, or we can be here. Don't worry about counting. Don't worry about reps here. Connect to full body strength and use your focus, gaze now straight down to broaden through the back of the neck. Connect with your breath. Even it out. Then we'll come onto the knees, knees together, take a rest. Rotating the wrist a couple times. We'll come for just 3 breaths here, balasana in the middle. Nice, slow inhales and nice long exhalations. Great, draw a line with your nose, look up. I should say that you can do downward dog instead of child's pose in there if you have a more active practice. Let that be your resting posture. So from downward dog or from child's pose, we'll come back to plank. Take a second, choose your own adventure, your vinyasa, either practicing chaturanga here or moving through your flow. Together we'll meet, downward facing dog. Bring the 2 big toes together. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Anchor, drop down through the left heel as you slide the right leg up, 3-legged dog. This time we'll bend the right knee, think up and over as you take your gaze just above and beyond your mat and kiss right knee to right elbow. Deep breath in and exhale, anchoring down through the left heel, 3-legged dog. Here we go. Inhale, right knee to left elbow. Look forward. Deep breath in. And then exhale, 3-legged dog. Only one more. Back up through the center line, just like we did before. Think up and over as you come onto your left tippy toes. And then we spike through the left heel. Take a deep breath in. We've done this one already. Hug that right knee up towards the heart. And on an exhale, step into your lunge. Great. So if you're new to the practice, you might lower that back knee again, or if you're just checking in with strength and alignment today, you might lower that back knee, you might stay on your fingertips. To take it a step further, we're going to lift the fingertips, let them hover above the earth, palms facing in towards your ankle. Now everyone spike that right heel towards the back edge of your mat if it's lifted. And nice and slow, volcano arms, just like we did in Tadasana. We're gonna reach the fingertips forward, up and back as you come into a nice, strong, high lunge. Now high lunge takes a lot of attention, a softness, but also a strength here as we connect navel to spine. Pull the right hip crease back. Lengthen tailbone down. Remember that upward current of energy through the front body and that grounding, cascading energy through the back body. So everyone actually soften. Go ahead and bend your left knee here so you can really find that energy down the back body, tucking the pelvis. Then you can keep it softened or bent, or you can straighten. High lunge, biceps are in towards the ears, palms facing together. We pull the thumbs back and we focus on the breath. Sink deep into that front knee, trust yourself, hug the inner thighs towards the midline. Definitely a strengthening posture here as we inhale, lift your heart. Great. Inhale in, exhale, palms come together up and overhead. Slowly melt them down, but keep your heart lifting. In fact, see if you can lift your sternum up towards your thumbs. You might feel your heartbeat here. And we'll take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, release. Nice work, everyone. Plant the palms and vinyasa. You can always skip this here, taking a break in child's pose, or send it straight to downward dog. Otherwise, we'll think up and over as we practice, moving with the breath. And together we come back to down dog. Great. Dropping the right heel, here we go. Inhale, slide the left leg up. Pay attention to your foundation, your alignment, the action of navel to spine as we bend the left knee and think up and over, coming onto the tippy toes of the right foot. We look forward, kiss left knee to left elbow. Deep breath in, then exhale, three-legged dog. Great. Inhale, rising up, crossing over this time, left knee to right elbow, gazes forward, nice and long in the neck. Great, three-legged dog. Last time, inhale, think up and over, hugging left knee in towards the heart. Shoulders draw away from the ears. We press away from your yoga mat with your palms. Deep breath in, and exhale, step it up. Great, so we have lots of options here, we know. Preparing for high lunge. Loop the shoulders, soften the upper back body. We'll begin to just lift the fingertips up off the ground, connecting to our foundation, pressing into all four corners of that front foot. Hug the inner thighs together. Then maybe we rise up, biceps by the ears, as we find that energetic body again, lifting through the front, grounding through the back. Go ahead and bend that right knee so you can really find that tucking of the pelvis or that lengthening down of the tailbone. If you're feeling a little too warm, you can bring the hands to the waistline for a more cooling version. Otherwise, we're finding those volcano arms here, spreading the palms wide and sinking deep into the legs. Now find a nice focus once you have your shape. Find your breath again. Keep going through your checklist. Then slowly we'll bring the palms together up overhead. And again, rather than collapsing down in here, see if you can slowly draw the sternum up towards the thumbs. Legs are still super strong here, inner thighs hugging in towards the midline. Right knee can be bent if we need. Lifting the sternum up to the thumbs. And then slowly we release. Great, we come back to that runner's lunge. This time we rock the back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Great, inhale, halfway lift, long, beautiful neck. Exhale, soften and bow. Inhale all the way up to volcano, reaching the fingertips forward, up and back this time. Take a deep breath in here when you rise. Then on the exhale, we're going to go right back into it, down through the midline, slicing it down through the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Follow your breath. Long, beautiful neck. Exhale, soften and release. Step or hop it back to plank. Now remember, you can always lower the knees here, come to a half plank, and then choose your vinyasa today. We have videos on all of these things, so you can take a moment to, experiment and get curious whenever you have the time. If you don't have the time today, stick with your practice here. Listen to your body, and slowly we'll make our way back to downward dog. All right, hang with me here as we drop the left heel, slide the right leg up. We're going to repeat right knee to right elbow. Deep breath in. Exhale, three-legged dog. Repeat right knee to left elbow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, three-legged dog. Picking up the pace here a little bit. We got this. Back through the center line. Inhale in. And exhale, stepping the right leg up. High lunge. Again, feel free to lower that back knee here. If you're feeling a little tired or you're building strength, we can inhale, come here. Or we'll lift that back knee up. High lunge. This time, inhale in, exhale, slow dialing of the heart center towards your right. Fingertips will follow, right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Don't worry about this shape here, really pinching the lower back. This is silly. You can just see where you're at today. Your body will tell you, stretching the upper body. In time, maybe you get here. But go easy, keep the shoulders relaxed. Deep breath in. And exhale, we come back to high lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Vinyasa. Stepping it back to plank or half plank. If you're at half plank, you can practice by hugging the elbows into the side body, keeping the gaze forward and slowly lowering all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Nice work, my friends. Here we go. Dropping the right heel. Inhale, slide the left leg up. Last time to repeat the sequence. Here we go. Strong core. Left knee up and over to kiss left elbow. Deep breath in, look forward. Exhale, refresh button, three-legged dog. Inhale again, left knee to right elbow. Deep breath in. And exhale, clear the slate, three-legged dog. Last one, we got this. Inhale, left knee hugs up through the center line. Gazes forward, we squeeze left knee up, up, up. And then exhale to your lunge. Keep right knee on the earth, no biggie. Otherwise, we'll spike that right heel and come right into our strong high lunge. So high lunge is awesome because you really do have a lot to focus on and a lot to balance in terms of strength and grace, effort and ease. Make sure you can see that front big toe when you send your gaze down. Bend that right knee if you need to, lengthen tailbone down. And if you feel crunched here, give yourself some space. Consider your space. Deep breath in. On an exhale, dial the heart. So rather than just twisting into this shape, my friends, oh, look at my knees wanting to bend and I'm letting it. Otherwise, this is ouchy for now, right? We can open up, slowly unfold to that, but give yourself opportunity to really feel and see what's going on. So that may mean that this hand, this left hand only comes here, like I'm about to do a pirouette or something. Maybe it comes back further. Maybe in time we're able to look past the left shoulder. So breathe here. Keep the strong foundation of the legs that you have going nice and strong. Make sure you're pressing into all four corners of that front foot. And let's go ahead and sink a little deeper. Why not? Just dropping the hips a little bit wherever you are. Deep breath in. Let's draw the lower belly in. And then we'll drop the left fingertips down to come up, high lunge. Nice work, everyone. Take a deep breath in and exhale, releasing back down. Awesome. Optional vinyasa here. You can totally skip this, come to tabletop position. Otherwise, we're gonna do one more. Quick vinyasa here, moving with the breath, finding what feels good. And together we'll meet on all fours. Great, go ahead and walk the knees together. Two big toes come together and we sink back into hero. If you have that blanket or you have a block you can sit on, the blanket's sometimes nice. If the knees are talking to you, you can bring that blankie to the crease here. Oh yeah, it's so good. And we sit up nice and tall. So I'm not gonna be here long, but just take a couple moments here in Virasana to catch your breath. To go into the full posture, you can check out the foundations of yoga, but we'll take the fleshy part of the calves aside and sink down, sit bones to earth. So it's just so silly to try to get in this shape if your body's telling you not to. So if your body's telling you no, please listen and find another variation that's beautiful and unique, just like you. All right, notice what's going on. Take a full scan from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. You might part the lips, relax the jaw. And if there's a certain project you're working on or you're headed into a new school year or a new job, hail, new relationship, maybe your boyfriend just moved in or your girlfriend just moved out. Just kidding. Whatever is going on, you might take this moment here in proud, beautiful, quiet hero to just connect to a mantra, an intention. This might even just be one word, something positive that will serve you in the present moment as you transition from your mat and into your project or your everyday, your studies. Just take a couple quiet moments here to set that intention. If this shape is not doing anything for you, you can just simply come to a nice cross-legged position here and take a moment to again focus on your breath and articulate your intention. In this quick meditation moment, you might consider it already done. I often invite my friends who come to class to imagine it already done, already so. So instead of saying, I want this, you can say, I am this. And when you feel like you have it, take a deep breath in and infuse it with the sound of your breath. And choose to take this intention and the nutrients of your practice with you into the next and final posture, which is Bakasana. So we'll bat the eyelashes open, and we're going to either slowly come out of hero and curl the toes under, sit back for a moment, just stretching the feet, or if you're in cross-legged, you can just come here, make your way, together we'll meet on the knees here, sitting nice and tall. So if you have a block, you can practice with your block. We're coming into crow, in case you didn't catch that. If you're new to crow, yay, welcome. It's become a fun little challenge on the Yoga with Adriene channel to attack crow and enjoy the journey to soaring. I need some like inspirational posters here. I can just see it now. I'll write it down. Okay. Focus, yoga for focus and concentration. Here we go. I'm going to come onto all fours. I'm going to walk the two big toes together here. Actually, move my block for now because not everyone has a block. I'm going to widen the knees. Then I'm going to come up onto my toes here. I'm going to stack the palms directly. I'm going to center myself on the mat. I'm going to stack the palms directly underneath the shoulders. So if you already know crow, you might already walk the toes together, hike those knees up onto your tabletop, arms here, gazes forward, gazes forward, gazes forward. And slowly begin to lift one leg up and then the other. If you're new, take your time. You might use the block here as a little perch, and you might not consider even flying today, just anchoring with your breath and focusing on slowly building the strength, the balance, stability to fly. Gazes forward. Did I say that already? Gazes forward. Otherwise, we tend to do a big somersault here. And then you ride in, you're like, dang it, Adriene. Why didn't you tell me to send my gaze forward? So gazes forward as we fly here. This is the last pose of the day, so this is a little playtime. Don't get frustrated. Maybe you lift both toes up, maybe not. Pressing away from the earth so we can learn crow from our practice today. Pressing away from the yoga mat is helpful. Sending the gaze forward. Anchoring navel to spine, creating full body experience. If you don't have a block, we talk about this in the foundations of crow pose. You can use a phone book. If you even have, who has phone books? That's dumb. That's old school. You can use a book, coffee table book. If you've been flying in crow for a while, or you've been working on it here at the channel with me for a while, yay. And I encourage you to keep hiking those knees closer up towards your armpit chest. Navel to spine. Press into all 10 knuckles, breathe, lift the feet. And a couple more moments here, my friends. Keep with it, stick with it. Rotate the wrists if you need to, just a little freestyle moment. Another great way to get into this is to just practice with shifting the weight front and back. Like a little rocking horse. Welcoming, gathering all those intrinsic muscles along for the ride. And then eventually, you'll be surprised. The body has a little hoe down and you fly. When you feel satisfied, we're gonna go ahead, and come all the way onto flat back. Just for a moment here, I know you're busy and you have a lot to do. We'll just take a second to cool down the body, calm the nervous system, and remind ourselves of that intention one more time. As you inhale, reach the fingertips up and overhead, full body stretch. Rotate the wrists, point and flex the feet. If you have that blanket, you might roll it up, put it underneath the backs of your knees, or pillow the head here. Great. Then take just 3 to 5 breaths here at least. You can just stay here longer if you have the time. Opening the palms, really letting just everything go here. So give yourself permission to do absolutely nothing. We're not going to have an outro on this video, so you can literally stay here as long as your mind and body and spirit will allow, or maybe your schedule allows. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with myself and the Yoga with Adriene family. Remember your intention as you transition up off the mat and into the world. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Close your eyes, and on an exhale out through the mouth, let it go.